complex than we've ever done.
Trust me, by the end of this lesson, it's hot anyway. You're going to be sweating. You're going to be sweating. I promise you. Okay. I'm going to open up a new sheet. No. Right. So the next one, we are going to move on to, let's do this one. And then I think it will be interesting to see what you make of this. Okay. It's going to be 2t plus 1. Just going to put a bracket around it, okay? Please remember, the principles remain exactly the same, okay? So what's the lowest number that you can think of that can be divided by 4 and by 3?
12.
12, perfect. So in order to get to 12, what do I need to do to this number here? I need to multiply by what? I multiply by
3 and times it by 4.
And this one by 4.
And 4 by 3 and 3 by 4.
Okay. So the answer we get, and again, I'm just going to ask you to rewrite it in long form. Okay, put the 3 outside. Apologies. And it's just going to be and why do we write it out in long form? What's the reasoning, everyone? What's the reasoning?
To show you're working out.
You're working out, and what's the second reason? What's the second reason?
And to make it easier to understand. If you don't write it out, then you won't know how to do it, and it'll be confusing.
That's also a partial answer, but also if you make a silly mistake, you'll be able to read it and you'll be able to follow it, okay? And you'll see where your silly mistake is, okay? So let's expand this bracket out. What's 3 times 2t plus? What's 3 times 2t? 3 times 2t.
6t.
6t. And what's 3 times 1? It's just 3. Divided by, and that is going to be 12, correct? That's the number we were aiming towards. Okay.
Then you do
yeah, and then we do 4. It's plus
minus 1.
Minus 4. It's a bracket.
Minus 4.
Okay. Over 12. So let's add these together then. Let's add these together. So let's add all the t terms together. Okay. So I've got a 60.
So I think I know how to do the thing. I know the answer. The answer.
Yeah, we're going to work through this together. Okay, and then we can get you to do them together. So what's 6t plus 4t? What's 6t plus 4t? Because we're adding up all the t's.
10t.
10t. And what is 3 minus 1? 3 minus 4.
1.
What is it? 3 minus 4.
Minus 1.
That's right. And it's all over 12. That's the answer. So you've gone for a reasonably complex one. Right. We're going to ramp this up a little bit more. We're going to ramp this up a little bit more. We're going to, because you've shown me that you can do these types of ones, let's do a more complex one. C plus.
I don't understand.
Which bit did you not understand?
How you got 10t minus 1.
Okay. So this essentially becomes, I can rewrite this, okay? This becomes 6t plus 3 plus 4t minus 4 over 12. Okay? I'm just rewriting it. So all I'm doing now is I'm just adding up the t terms. I've got a 6t there, and I've got a 4t, which is equal to the 10t. Okay, and then what I've also got is I've got a plus 3 there,
And a -4.
minus 4,
It's a negative.
and it's a negative 1. Okay, and it's over 12. So all we've done is we've just simplified. That's all we've done. Okay, does that,
Oh.
okay, make sense? Trust me, we're going to do lots more examples, and trust me, by the end of today, you will be experts at this. I promise you, you will be experts at these. Okay, so let's move on. A slightly more difficult question. Interesting denominator I'm going to put in. Okay, remember, the principles remain the same. Okay, so what is the number, what is the denominator, what multiple of the denominator, what number can we think of that we can divide c and 2c by? That can be divided by c and 2c. What's the number? Yep. Go for it. Tell me the answer.
C.
Yes, to a degree,
1.
but they all have to be the same. Remember what we said, the rules of the game here are we want to get these two numbers the same. So what do I do? It's 2c. It is 2c. Does everybody understand why it's 2c?
No.
Right. I can divide 2c by 2c, which will give me 1, but I can also divide 2c by c, which will give me 2. So 2c is the number that can be divided by both of these denominators. Okay? So I can do 2c over 2c, and that equals 1. Oh, that works. But I can also do 2c.
But when we write it down, do we write when you point the arrow to from C and 2C, do you write divided by?
No. I'm just showing you why it's 2c. Okay, it can be divided through. And remember, the principles are the same. Here we said it was 12. 12 can be divided by 4, and it can be divided by 3 equally. And it's the lowest number that we can use. And here, the rules of the game are exactly the same. It's actually 2c. 2c can be divided by c, but it can also be divided by 2c. Okay, so those are the rules. And remember, it doesn't matter if they're letters, the principles remain the same. The concepts remain the same. So what do I need to do? So I can only add if the denominators are the same. So what do I need to do to c to make it into 2c? What do I need to do? What do I need to do to c to make it into 2c? What do I need to multiply by? Times it by 2.
Times it by 2.
And this one, I don't need to do anything.
Times it by 0.
No, times it by 1.
So then it's
1.
going to be 0.
Yeah.
Times
So
it by 1, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to do anything with it. So let's rewrite this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's rewrite this. So I'm going to put a 2 outside, a big 2, big bracket, c plus 2 over c plus, this remains the same. So let's rewrite this. What is 2 times c? It is equal to
2c plus 4.
Perfect. Over
2c. And then
plus
c plus 1 over 2c.
And I'll write it in long form. Okay, so it doesn't matter. So it becomes 2c plus 4 plus c plus 1.
Which you find which one has c. That's 2c and c. Then you do 2c plus c. That's 3c.
3c, correct. 3c.
Plus. No.
Yes, you're right. 3c plus what?
5.
Plus 5. divided by 2c. So just in case nobody got that, here's the c's. Oh, wrong color. My apologies. I thought I'd chosen green. So we have a 2c there. And we got a c there. That equals 3c. And then I've got a 4. Oh, why am I choosing the wrong colors? There we go. I must make sure I choose the right colors. I've got a 4 there, and I've got a 1 there. And then when I add those together, it gives me a 5. That's the answer. Okay, so all I want to impress upon you is don't get frightened about the denominator having an unknown term. The concepts remain the same. Okay, the concepts remain the same. Let's move on to more difficult work. I'm probably going to start a new sheet. Right, more complex stuff now. I'm not sure if we managed to get onto these ones last week, okay, but we're going to do these, okay? So it would make sense that we do all of these, and the reason is the more you do these, the more confident you become. But I might just jump from one, okay? Because there's a special one I want you to do before the end of the lesson in half an hour, okay? I want you to do that one, and we're going to work quick. So let's work quick on this. So starting off simply, 2 over x plus 1 plus 1 over x minus 3. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? How do I get these two numbers the same? So these two numbers are the denominators. How do I get them the same? Perfect. That's what we do. So what we're going to do is this. What we're going to do is this. Because these are unknowns, if I multiply this first one, I'm just going to put a 1 against it, okay? I'm just going to put a little 1 against it, okay? And again, this is just to show you there's a 1 there and there's a 2 there, okay? In order to make the denominator 1 and denominator 2 the same, they've actually got to be multiplied by each other. So this would be, yeah, so this would be true, wouldn't it? So let's just, so this will be true, okay? I'm just going to write, in order to get, if I multiplied this one by, and I multiplied that one by, okay? So what would I get? What would I get at the bottom? What would I get at the bottom? So I would get both of these terms being the same, correct? They would be the same, because at the bottom, I'm going to rub this bit out in a minute, okay? So you better be careful about this. So if I did this, I'm just showing you the bottom. It would be, at the bottom, it would just be that. I'll do it in yellow, actually. No, it'll be fine. It'll be that multiplied by x plus 1, and this one will be x minus 3. So when you look at it whole, they are the same. Okay, they are the same. So I can do that because they're unknowns. Okay, so in order to get the denominator exactly the same, I'll multiply the first one by the second one and the second one by the first one. So this is the second term, and this is the first term, and this is the first term, and this is the second term. That's all I'm doing. I'm just rewriting the equation. Okay, I'm just rewriting it. Okay, so what this becomes then, ladies and gentlemen, if I write it out in long form, I've got to put, hold on, all my papers have fallen all on the floor. Can you just pick them up, Amrit? So I'm just going to rewrite the equation. I'm going to put what outside the bracket? I'm going to put x minus 3 outside the bracket. Okay? That's all I'm going to do. I'm just rewriting it. Okay? So you understand. And remember before we put numbers outside.